It's only day one of Ranger School, and nearly 30% of Ranger students have already been dropped.
Begin!
Those who are left have proven they have the physical stamina and the water confidence to survive and face the next 60 days of Ranger School.
Drop! Ready to lead the way!
As the sun begins to set on this first day, students finish it out with a Combatives class, where they learn how a knife can be quite an asset.
Relax.
Knives are the secondary weapon system for Rangers. They can use knives because it will build aggression for the Ranger and allow them to close with the enemy. So this just increases the distance that they can fight the enemy at.
Kill!
In close combat situations or even during a weapons malfunction, Rangers need to have the skills to adapt and overcome.
On guard.
Kill!
We go through the drills multiple times, all the drills. The soldiers conduct them both offensive and defensive with their Ranger buddy.
As well as other basics of knife fighting techniques like how to conduct an attack and the importance of body position and leading with the dominant foot.
Officer drill 5, go.
But to start the class, Ranger students must first learn where to carry their knife and how to create a good economy of motion free from obstructions.
Having that good fluid movement from point A to point B and snapping into a good offensive fighting position.
It builds confidence in the Ranger and provides that added sense of realism so that when they're out in the real world conducting patrolling operations and search for the enemy, they know that they have these skills in their back pocket to use if necessary.
Step forward! Step forward! Step forward! Get aggressive! Get through!
By creating this muscle memory through repetition, Ranger students will be able to look back on these techniques.
Even when they're in combat, some of these guys will think back to what they did in Ranger School. It'll give them the confidence to go further, faster, and fight harder than any other soldier.
Officer drill 2.
And even though soldiers won't be dropped during this block of instruction, they're always being evaluated and can still earn a major or minor minus.
Shoulder,
A little louder,
to the
Ranger.
chest, to the abdomen, down to the hip, Ranger. Do it! Kill!
What I look for is I want to see a Ranger student that aggressively attacks with the techniques that he's learned. And I want to see a student that can perform the techniques correctly at all times and pays attention to the instruction.
After nearly 19 hours of day one behind them, students must continue to give 110% because these skills can save lives.
When they take these skills out into the real world and back into ForceCom, they'll be able to utilize them and train their soldiers as well as use them in real life.
Work as a team. If you don't start now, you ain't gonna make it.
As they finish up day one, students are pushed until the very end.
Ready? Exercise! 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 2.
They're exhausted and looking forward to a little bit of sleep and a few moments of rest before they begin day two and continue on to land navigation just hours away.
Nobody here is gonna feel sorry for you. 64 out of 102.
Melissa Bell, Fort Benning TV.
Roger, soldiers!
The push-up!
The push-up!